Don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this law, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UBK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this law, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. He ain't locked in with the count and with you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Came through with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic when I be dropping this wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Lighters in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. And Ken, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the score in my whole life. My whole life.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
You boy, you know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in, yeah. But that was my nigga, yeah. A minute, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yahanna. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted, we hear the truth and reject it. But love is getting corrected, and all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Don't claim to be a part of the quote-unquote Hebrew Israelite movement. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yahanna, we stand alone.
Okay.
We are not. We put that disclaimer on all our videos. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group or organization.
Okay.
Because we don't believe the same thing they believe. Now, as far as the approach and yelling at white people, we do believe that every response is measured.
Okay.
So now, when you see a video of somebody coming up and somebody's just how you came up respectful. Has anybody disrespected you at all?
No, and I'm glad I met you guys. Yeah.
Every response is measured. You know, if somebody came up and was disrespectful, they're going to get a measured response.
Okay.
You know, we're not a violent organization, but we believe in self-defense. That's our American right. I'm sure you understand that for sure.
Well, and the thing is, too, I thought, if I meet a group like I just described, I still wanted to go up to them and say, hey, guys, you know what? I looked into this. I know you guys are the real Israelites, but I think people are going to have a hard time listening to your message because of your approach. But
on Westworld.
Right. Everything is lawful. Westworld.
The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking. I had a 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming against me, you dumb or what? You drawn, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she knows she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get a minute, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same time.
people might, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready, then stay inside. You drowning away, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up into what's world, you're gonna run.
You stick to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, get it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you niggas loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, this a demonstration. Get sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against us, you won't see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baby. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I'm still playing my post. Taking the rim like diesel. Don't run with too many people. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live
live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drown in a wave. You wanna ride, you stick to the end, you get glorified. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
They're one West.
You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me. And I called on the Lord. I said, Father, this is real. And you watch over it. Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man in the flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they don't follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house side they ought to love one another. And they doing it.
Here's where a lot of the confusion comes in. Because you're able to speak from such a safe place of centuries of privilege, off of centuries. You're part black now?
Yeah, my dad's from Haiti.
But when you were asked, you said I'm Asian. You didn't claim the slaves.
I'm majority Asian.
Oh.
Yeah.
But now that it's convenient, your dad's Haitian.
Yeah, but just like
at first you were an Asian.
Makes black people say the same thing. Steph Curry, Obama, just
Here
black.
is the
He's
point.
half white. Obama's black.
When it's
the majority
convenient
is what you call
and
yourself.
when it's cool, now
It's
you're
not
black.
Cool. It's not. You guys
At
made
first,
it uncool.
from
If
your
you think
position
being black people is
of
being
the
a victim all the
privilege
time, it's not cool.
of being able to pretend that you're not the
I'm
children
not
of the slaves.
I'm not. Who's
When
pretending?
we first started, you said I'm Asian.
Black people the superior race.
According to the Bible, yes.
According to you.
I go by what the Bible
So black people
says.
are God's chosen people.
That's what the Bible
For
says.
everybody else, I'm inferior to you.
What is your race?
I'm Asian. I'm Asian.
You said I'm Asian.
For brevity's sake.
And
For
in your
brevity's sake.
defense,
If you want me to describe
and
everything,
in your
I can.
just because
You
you
want me to
speak
describe
louder
everything?
doesn't make your point better.
Okay.
We do this
I'm
for a
not
living.
afraid of my ethnicity. I'm very open about this stuff.
You seem like
My
you're
dad
quite
is
nervous.
half black, half white. My mom's Filipino.
You can't be half. According to God,
Okay, so
the
now I
God
can't
of the
be half.
Bible,
This is why you
you
say
are
Asian, because you
whatever
guys like
your
you saying you can't
father
be half.
is. Because a second ago,
Okay, so now
you
I'm
were
black.
Haitian.
Okay, I'm
Then
black.
you said you were Asian.
Okay, so black man
Your
and black
father
man,
is
I
a
don't
Haitian man.
Sure, I don't experience
Your
any
father's
racism.
Haitian.
I don't experience any racism in America.
Well, that's wonderful. Well,
Okay.
for the rest of your people,
Yeah.
that it seems like you have a blind eye to, Mr. Haitian man who was Asian a minute ago. I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell
Have
me.
you seen the news? They're eating the dogs in Ohio.
Yeah,
They're
they
eating
are.
the dogs.
Yeah, I
Have
saw
you
that.
seen the dogs getting eaten?
Yeah, and I heard the 911 call.
You heard the 911 call about dogs getting eaten?
They're eating the dogs and
That's
the
terrible.
cats.
That's terrible. Do
They
you
are.
know Haitian history?
Me?
Of course.
Uh-oh.
He does. He's Haitian.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you know the history of what happened to Haiti?
Yeah, of course.
You do? What happened to Haiti?
They killed the slave owners in 1804 at Toussaint Louverture.
They killed the slave owner. You don't talk like a Haitian man, brother. They killed the slave owners?
Yes.
How do you become a slave owner?
You buy slaves.
How do you get slaves?
The black people sell them to you in Africa.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, Africans sold the Jews that migrated to the west coast of Africa when we fled from our homeland in the 70 AD destruction. You got to learn your history, Haitian brother.
What did I get that was wrong?
You got that was wrong because Africans are not black people, and they themselves would tell you,
Africans are
and
black
they
people.
don't teach their children about the transatlantic slave
Africans
trade.
aren't black people?
You repeated exactly what I said.
Africans aren't black
Africans are not the children
what are
of
they?
the slaves or the Negroes
So what
or
are
the
Africans?
Jews.
What are Africans?
They are a completely different set of
Okay.
their own ethnic groups of people. All dark-skinned people aren't the same.
No.
You understand? The planet is covered in dark-skinned people outside of Europe. And you can once I'm done, because we teach. Hold your peace, brother. The planet is covered in dark-skinned people.
Sure.
All of those dark-skinned people do not ascribe to being Africans. They are not ethnically the same in East India. They're not the same in the Polynesian
So would
islands.
you accept
They're
an
not the
African
same in Africa. And the actual ethnic Asians,
Sure.
not the ones that the British told everybody to put
So
on
you wouldn't
TV that
accept
look
an
like
African
white
in your
men,
room?
they're not one of us.
Okay.
How could they?
you see
How could they be?
come on.
This is about family.
Sure.
And you have what it seems like a confusion about who your family is.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do,
I
because
don't
you
at all.
started Asian, then you were Haitian, now you're half white. Now you're going to jump
You
to
just
something
said I'm
in a
not
minute.
Asian.
You said
No,
you're
You're
Haitian.
blaming me for the confusion.
I'm
and
blaming you
just
for the
deny
words that
ethnicity.
you said out of your mouth.
I'm Asian. My dad's from Haiti. I'm Asian. My dad's from Haiti.
That you said out of your mouth,
You realize-
because we got witnesses and it's
Okay.
recorded.
You know,
Now,
sure.
here's what you should
To
have
most
said.
people, when they hear you
Here's
talk
what you
about
should have
this
said.
person's not black and this person's not Asian, and then we're the children of Israel, and
Yes.
these are God's chosen people.
Blacks,
Most people
Latinos,
see-
and Native Americans,
Sure,
God's chosen
most
people.
people
Right.
see identity politics where people are trying
Identity
to
is very important.
on something that makes them special, and they try to find themselves in a victim situation, and they don't really want to elevate. They don't really want to find a solution.
You know how do you elevate?
They want to be in a victim mindset forever.
Is the slave a victim?
Yes.
Is the children of slaves victims?
Sure, yeah.
So, are we not the children of slaves? Haitian man?
At a certain point, move on.
Move on. Forget about it.
At a certain point,
Does America still remember 9/11?
Of course.
They do?
Time to move
Why did they move on? It's time to move on? 9/11 don't matter anymore. What about the Alamo?
They lied a lot about it.
Do they remember the Alamo?
Do
they remember Vietnam?
The point is,
remember Korea?
You talk about
it
slavery.
sounds like you haven't actually been through some actual dangerous trauma. It's very much the point, because you speak with a lot of privilege, pretending to not be a Haitian man.
You're a victim. I get it. Okay.
No, my people are victims. See, you don't love your people. We love our people.
Great.
But am I wrong for loving my people?
Mental slavery.
I believe in physical, mental, economic, psychological, religious, all of those
You
things.
realize victimizing yourself is a form of mental slavery. If you want to get rid of the shackles, then stop thinking that everybody's out to get you. You're going to start seeing it in places that didn't exist before.
It would seem like that's a wonderful thing to say, that everybody is not out to get you and you should move on.
Yes.
However, when Sonia Massey dialed 911, she didn't realize
You can
something.
bring up in one example of everything. You can
I can bring up
Derek
one example.
Chauvin, you can bring
See,
up Jordan Neely.
it's funny
You can bring
to
up
you
any example
because you don't
It's not funny.
identify with
It's
what's
not
happening.
funny.
We're looking at your face. We're looking at your mannerism. We listen to how you speak. You seem to have dismissed yourself. It's not a mindset when someone executes you in your kitchen. That's not your mindset.
Who's executing you right now? Where's the racism right now?
The racism?
Right here, yeah. Where is it?
It's institutionalized. How much time do you got? What language are we speaking?
Speaking the English.
Just answer the question.
So why don't you go back to Haiti? If you don't want to speak the white man's tongue, why don't you go to Haiti?
I speak several languages.
So why are you in America?
Because my people were victims and carried into slavery. Haitian man. Why are you in America,
so
Haitian man?
Your existence in America is because your ancestors were victims?
If my ancestors were not kidnapped and brought to the land of our captivity, we would be in our homeland.
So go back then.
See, here in America, you seem to be very privileged and confused about how the world really works. I did, because you don't understand it. Here's the thing. You can't pack up and leave America as an American citizen. You ever heard of a passport? You heard of a passport?
To renounce your passport, you have to pay the IRS.
Yeah,
anymore.
they come and
Renounce
get you.
it, go
They
to
come
Haiti.
and retrieve you for leaving the country.
Okay, then pay taxes. You'll still make.
Hold
some
up,
money
you
with
told me I
Haiti.
should just up and roll out. Now I got to pay taxes.
Well, if you don't like to be in a place of racism and you're a victim here,
Why would I leave a place that my forefathers built?
Because you're a victim here. And
Yes.
There's racism everywhere.
So should I leave or should I get justice for my people?
Right. Okay, so your whole existence is justice. When is it time to live for yourself and for your people?
Getting justice is living for my people.
How are you going to get justice?
I'm going to get justice by first fixing my people. The first step to that's an excellent question. The first step to fixing my people is giving our people a different identity from the people who enslaved us.
And what's that identity?
That identity that is according to the not becoming. We are born with an identity.
So now
You're confused about your identity. I see that.
The way to fix your people is to become God's
Is to
chosen people.
give us our identity. Being God's chosen people gives you a heritage, gives you a language, it gives you rules. I blame a lot more people than just the Jews. Everybody had a hand in it.
But then you want to become them. So why
No,
are
not
you
become.
embodying the
Not
same
become. If you break in my house and steal my family records and change your name to my family name, and then you get the benefits of my house, my land, my identity, my records, my culture, and you rise to the top of power internationally. And then the children of the people that you stole from are left to figure it out. And then you say, that's not racism. We should leave it in the past. It's 2025.
That's a better. If racism does exist everywhere, holding on to that mental slavery is not going
I
to.
was in mental slavery if I returned to the records of my forefathers. Everybody else in America says I'm an Asian American because that's where their forefathers established themselves. The Africans say I'm an African American. Then they can go to Africa and tell you what part of Africa their forefathers come from. Their language, their culture, their tongue. No, I'm the Jew.
Why don't you go to Israel?
Jew by blood.
So why don't you go to
The
Israel?
real biblical ethnic Jew.
Isn't Israel your
Because
homeland?
another criminal is living in my home.
So is that your ultimate goal, to take Israel for black people?
My ultimate goal is to take the world, because that's
You
what
wanna
our
conquer the
Father
world?
promised us.
Okay. want to take over the world.
And I'm going to start by giving my people our identity back.
Hitler and the Nazi
No,
ideology.
those are white men. Those are white men. We're not white men.
So you're embodying the same Nazi
That's a lie.
ideology
That not only is that a lie, but to compare that is racist. And I'm going to tell you why.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. For a Haitian man, you sure do talk a lot like a white man.
How is that racist? If you want to conquer the world and make it ethnocentric to your people, that's being a black Nazi.
How is that a Nazi? Nazis committed hate crimes. Nazis tortured people. They castrated people. They gas-shamed people.
Black person, what are you going to do to every other race?
That's an excellent question. I'm going to make sure that their own people don't rape and exploit them. Okay, I'm going to make sure that their own people don't starve them.
How are you going to do that?
The same way it says in the Bible. When Christ returns, he's going to be the King of kings and Lord of lords, and everyone will be under his authority. So that's the heritage of my people.
So it's not going to happen until the Messiah comes.
It's going to happen when he returns, and we're preparing for it right now. You know how we prepare? We turn back to our culture and our heritage and our records. And unlike the Nazis and everyone else that you said, what that does for our people is it makes us not only be criminals anywhere, but it teaches us to love each other. It teaches us to not, let me finish. Hold your peace. It teaches us to love each other. It teaches us to not commit crimes. It teaches us to make sure that our families are together. It teaches young brothers to not shoot each other, to not steal cars. You do, but yes, and that's what we're doing. And that is done by giving us our identity so that we stop idolizing the other nations of people. That's why the first step is to separate.
But when you start combating that by idolizing yourselves, then you're just repeating the cycle.
I'm not idolizing myself. We just obeying what God said.
You believe you're the superior race.
When you turn on.
Same problem.
No, it's not the same problem because he wasn't the superior race. Having to murder everybody and steal from them to make you superior is not superior. That makes you an animal. See, what you're confused about is what you have been experienced. So what the world has seen is madmen and murderers staking claim to something that they are really not. Because even after centuries of slavery, everybody is benefiting from the inventions that the slaves made, who had their language stripped, their identity stripped. You're saying here we go because you don't care.
You keep saying
you don't care.
It says nothing in the Bible.
You're holding. It says nothing about where.
About taking your culture back and all this stuff.
It doesn't say that in the Bible. Are you sure? Are you sure it doesn't say that in the Bible?
I'm not sure.
Well, how can you make you make a lot of statements without proof?
Talking about culture and records.
Because I'm for the culture and the records of my people. It may not matter to you because you can pretend to be an Asian.
I'm Asian.
But my people, it matters to us. It may not matter to you, but it matters to my people who are Mexicans, who are Dominican, who are Haitian, who are Puerto Rican, who are black, who are Afro-American.
I'm one of you. My dad's from Haiti.
American.
I'm one of you.
Well, little brother, listen, because I'm a teacher.
Okay.
It matters.
How old are you, by the way?
It does matter. I'm 10,000. That's how old I am. That's a captain of 10,000. That's the most important age you need to know. You understand?
What separates black people from not committing the same crimes that the former superior races that made you the victim?
Once our people return, to our identity, and that's what we teach our people to do.
Return your identity how?
By obeying the laws, statutes, and commandments. You recognize that, don't you? By representing the culture that the God who created everything gave to his chosen people. That's how you fix everything. The problem is the people that are the problem is the people that are in charge are the wrong people.
So you should be in charge.
Absolutely.
Okay. Who are your favorite black leaders?
Absolutely. Who are my favorite black leaders? Christ. He's the most important black leader of all time.
Where was Jesus from?
Jesus was from Nazareth.
Okay. And
he was in the Middle East. Not only was he black, but all the disciples, the apostles, and prophets in the Bible were black. The problem is that during the Renaissance period, the oppressor painted his own pictures. Would you like me to read the scripture?
Not really.
The problem is most of the world doesn't know the Bible. Jesus Christ was a black man born in the ghetto of Nazareth. That's John 1:45. You can read it for yourself.
Okay. He was gang.
Absolutely. He was in the ghetto.
He was crip walking.
It was a terrible place.
Yes.
It was a terrible community.
Was Jesus God?
Jesus was not God. He said it himself several times. He said, the Father is greater than I. I go to the Father to create a place for you. He was the Son of God. That's correct.
So God's black.
God is absolutely black. It's in the Bible if you'd like to read it. Hold on, wait a minute. Is it a problem, God being black?
God doesn't have a skin color.
Is it a problem, God being black?
It's not a problem. It's just not what's true.
You seemed very disappointed when I said God was black. You turned around. Here we go again. No, is there a problem? What's wrong with God being black? Do you love black people?
Okay, of course I love black people.
Well, why can't God be black? You seemed so disappointed a second ago.
Why would God, the Almighty Creator, have a skin color?
How did you get a skin color?
God created us.
So God creates skin color, but people, he don't have one.
Yeah, God created the trees too. He's not a tree. That's a stupid argument.
It's a stupid argument?
Yes, just because he created skin doesn't mean he has it. You're saying
you seem to not know much about God.
And not worship everything. You're doing the same
I didn't
thing.
say whiteness. I didn't just say whiteness.
The, same
the Arabs, the Africans, the East Indians, all the other nations of people. My people are in everyone's culture because everyone got together and got rich off of exploiting us to make sure we didn't have ours. That's why we teach our people our heritage. And that does not make us burn crosses on lawns. That doesn't make us lynch people. That doesn't make us fight. That doesn't make us harm anyone. It fixes our people. Stay focused. You're talking to me. Stay focused.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is that what you believe, really?
What's your question? Okay. According to the Bible, see, we believe what's in the Bible. We believe what's in the Bible. Is there a problem believing what's in the Bible? What's your question?
Can we have like a chill conversation? Because I'm not amped up.
I'm pretty chill.
Okay. We can do some deep breathing. If you want. Okay.
I'm all right.
So, do you think in America right now that black people are discriminated against?
The foundation of America is discriminated against black people.
Because if I tried to go to the NBA
and when we say black people, no, we're not done. I'm listening to you. When we say black people, we are talking. I just want to clarify. We are talking about so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Yes. Go ahead. So my question is.
You all right?
Here's my question: are black people discriminated against in America?
Absolutely.
So then, like, what about
Native Americans?
I tried to go to the NBA. I'd be discriminated against.
To the NBA?
To the NBA or to be a rapper. Like, is LeBron James discriminated against, or
are you a better rapper than the rest of the rappers? Are you a better ball player? Are you okay? Let's use your example.
Or is that racism?
No, that's not racism because white Jewish men control the entire rap industry. Now we don't want to talk about it. You understand? That's not what racism is. You understand? The banks, the entertainment industry, the diamond district, the insurance company are all controlled by our oppressors. So if there's a problem that you have with how your people are treating you,
That's what I'm watching. Sisters watching. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're back again Saturday night, holding it down. Commanding Johnny Yahanna is working man in this job. Give him a hand. You know what I mean?
And the hardest intro too. Slacky.
And the hardest intro. And got the hardest intro in Israel anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think that intro, we got to get that somewhere on CBS or something now.
Yeah.
We got to get that intro somewhere on CBS or something. Big up Officer Barack. Officer Barack is the technician behind that intro. Yeah, I mean, you change Barack to a computer with 2 apps, some food and a drink. He's gay as some shit. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Big up all the whole ISU, all generals, captains, officers, brothers, sisters, students, all the cats, even, you know what I mean? Everybody who rocking and making this group push forward. Yeah, I mean, you all doing a hell of a job because we hurting. They hurt by what the work we doing. They're absolutely hurt by what we do. And them fools there that Captain Natasaka was just battling. They YouTubers. He smoked them out. They have to leave. They have to leave.
Them men talk tail. Them men tuck tail and ran with the wind. You understand?
And that was light work. That was light work. They didn't really start to get jammed up.
Nah.
He really start to get, jammed up. You know what I mean? Them some so-called famous YouTubers with millions of followers and got confounded, got stopped and confounded, which lets you know between the oppressor and his social media and stuff, our people are caught up into a certain amount of ignorance and it's entertainment. And when I say ignorance, I'm not talking about, the bullshit on the media. I'm just talking about just really a genuine lack of knowledge. And that also, that there is really entertainment. It's not knowing anything. It seems to be entertaining. It seems to be that, you know what I mean? And beyond that, I mean, they're super Christian. They're super Christian. He talk about the Messiah. So Jesus is not God. Like, these Christians are absolutely racist. Like, he had the nerve to call the UPK Nazis when they was in town to support Trump, and Elon Musk did the whole Heil Hitler.
Yeah.
He called us Nazis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And just to add to what you're saying too, is like America done made it like a place where propaganda is a norm.
Yeah.
You able to, just say whatever you feel like saying without doing any type of research, and you laying claim to its facts. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is just propaganda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, that little conversation or that little debate not Zach had with them, you know what I mean, with them influencers. You know what I mean? Showed it, you know what I mean, what America is all about when it comes to like media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just straight propaganda. And nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like America in a free fall. But if you talk to people, they're not seeing the free fall. It's like, well, we had a bad year, we had a bad couple years. No, you're in a free fall. And you don't even see it. Is like reality to them is it's almost like they put their feelings, their emotions in front of reality, in front of the truth.
Right.
So, like you having a bad day, you know what I mean, things going bad in America, but you not seeing it because you trying to have your best day. You know what I mean? I never explain it, you know what I mean, correct, you know what I mean, all the way correct. It's almost like, you know what I mean, it's a pipe dream. And they're living it.
You explained it right. Like it's they're marketing selfishness like it's water.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because he even said, he asked Natazak, he's like, when are you gonna stop being a victim and live for yourself?
Right.
Asking, when are you gonna stop seeking justice and live for yourself? And they marketing selfishness like it's water, like it's food, like you need to be selfish and not think about anybody else. But yet still, the Jewish man, he could be selfish. You get the point? He could be for his own people, but not individually selfish. He could think about his people freely. Everybody else could think about their people freely. But us, we can't have a people. We can't be a people. We have to be individually selfish because they know that's how they could pick us up. Like these heathens, and I don't believe he's no Haitian. That ain't no Haitian. That's a straight up.
Yeah.
If he a Haitian, he was made in China, and back of his neck marked "Made in China." Big have a Chinese. He a Chinese Haitian. Yeah, he's shot. None of them, he's not no Israelite at all. Because even that Enrique Tario, when Commander Yahanna battled him twice, you could tell as he's speaking, even though he identifies with Trump and them, he acknowledged his people off the break. He didn't, pull up the heathen side, or I don't think he has a heathen side, but he acknowledged who it is. That fool there sees the Asian because that's what he is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he is. You get the point? So let me tell you, you YouTubers and you influencers, Lord done open up the pathway to y'all now. Y'all on target. Right. Y'all on the list. Y'all, guess what? Y'all amassed all them followers for us.
Thank you.
All them worked so hard for. The Lord amassed them all in one place, and now they're gonna listen to us. Thank you. Get them a hand. So we coming. Get them a hand. 5 million followers, 10 million followers, 550,000 followers. We coming.
That's
we
right.
Coming to raid car. We coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You see us walk the other way, and we coming behind you. We running behind you. Let's be afraid. Be very afraid.
Yeah.
So like I said,
come on, please.
And if I may, and just for the brothers that's in here under Commander Yahanna that's doing the work, and you may feel like you're not being seen or recognized. Just understand this: everybody knows who we are, and everybody sees what we're doing. We didn't walk up to those cats. They came to us like, "Oh, this is finally our moment." It was like, in their mind, they shot of getting the 15 minutes of fame, even though these were famous YouTubers, and none of us knew who they were when they came up to us. We just addressed them as anybody else would come up to us. But the way they came up to us, it was as if we were the celebrities. And so it lets me know that everybody knows who we are, as much as they don't want to talk about it, as much as they don't want to acknowledge it. And we should keep doing what we're doing and pressing harder, because, like you said, all that following that these people have is really just so the Lord can turn their eyes towards the truth.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, right. They could, because what they're doing with their followers, really. You know what I mean? What exactly are they doing with their followers, to be honest with you? You know what I mean? What's going on, Kahan? Right, even Ayazab say also big up Captain Desire, give him a hand for whooping that Cooney. What changed his name from Cooley to Cooney? Cooney. Who gave Captain. His name ain't Cooley no more, it's Cooney with an N, right? You know what I mean? Like these fools, like once again, ignorance is marketed as, a necessity. And they playing in that space of ignorance. They playing in that space of ignorance. So when you come to the truth, they can't stand it. They cannot stand the whole thing. Like I watched that fool. He has some videos where he boxing them women in and calling them this and calling them that. And brother, I heard the general say he cut Cesariak off. He mute him. I'm like, damn, man, you a host. You can't take the smoke? Nope. You know what I mean? So that's like everybody. Go ahead, it's like a cat.
No, I just gonna say that's when you know you had them Christians on the fence, on the ropes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They don't want to come to your arena. They want you to come to their arena. So
thinking that's gonna help them.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They don't know we play better away. You know what I mean? We dangerous on home field. But the away games, we rough with them away games. It's better you come to our home, we'll treat you better. But we play away, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
It's an absolute done deal. So, we had a hell of a week so far. I don't know, I mean, the average American going to be getting heart attacks by March. I guarantee it. They're going to be getting heart attacks by March, brother, because Satan is at the helm.
That's right.
Yeah. Satan is fully in control and at the helm of this damn place of the empire. You know what I mean? So what story you all want to get with first? We could go any which way. These stories this week, or why we came with it this week. We could go.
I know the one with the Haitian brother that they had, and he was like, he ain't going back to Haiti. And he's like, thanks to Biden.
I think that's number 3, right?
Let's see.
I believe so, sir.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Let's go. Whoever have it, let's rock with it.
Come on. He's going back to Haiti. Border czar reacts to furious migrant who said, "I'm not going back to Haiti." Donald Trump's border czar had a simple response to a furious illegal alien who declared F Trump, Biden forever, as he was arrested by immigration officials. Donald Trump's excuse me. Donald Trump's border czar has reacted to a furious illegal alien who declared F. Trump Biden forever, and that he was not going back to Haiti as he was arrested by Immigration and Customs Enforcement this week. Well, he's wrong. He's going back to Haiti. I can tell him that, Tom Homan said to Fox News on Thursday. The alleged Haitian gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years was one of the number of arrests witnessed by Fox News, which was invited to ride along with ICE agents in Boston, Massachusetts, a sanctuary city targeted under Mr. Trump's deportation operation.
And so like this a few things, and that's share. You know what I mean? Like your brother or sister, don't think he's sort of higher number. He know where he is.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like out of the blues, you just go pick him up. They knew what the hell he was. You understand what I'm saying? And then on top of it, whatever this oppressor is doing is gonna come back tenfold on him. Whatever he's doing to the God chosen people. We have a story in there also too about the opioid. Now they're calling it, you know what I mean, opioids. You understand? Why? Because it's destroying their people now. It's hitting their people hard. Them fentanyl, them drugs hitting their people very hard. Right? And what they're doing to the Haitians, what they're going to do to these migrants, it's going to come back and hit them hard. You know what I mean? The migrants, these people have, you know what I mean, your oranges at that price. You know, honestly, I kick them out. Let's see who's going to pick them oranges. Let's see who's going to pick your fruits. Let's see who's going to do it. Let's see who's going to have this place running. You getting rid of your Duracell battery? Ain't no sweat. Get rid of them. You'll see who's going to run this place. And before you know it, this place is going to be 1800s all over again, with oppressors fighting each other for power.
Right.
Which one's going to happen?
Absolutely. Yeah. Also, like, please.
Con, and there was a reason the media went along with this. Like they had the media to go along on this ride. You know what I'm saying, for publicity, to show the quote unquote the American people we cleaning up the streets. This is what we doing under the new administration. But what they won't show is all the people, brothers and sisters out there that's here, documented or undocumented, because they going at both, that's being arrested, and they hardworking people with no criminal record. They're not showing that. They're not showing a lot of families that had to leave or leaving already or already left, that have children who are planning to graduate high school this upcoming year, or college, or medical school. You know what I'm saying? All these different things that's going on, they're not showing that. But this is another part of predatory journalism. You know what I'm saying? They said this is the perfect person he got 17 convictions or whatever offenses, and then we're going to use him as the quote unquote poster child for this ICE operation they're doing.
Yeah, that's it.
And see, and this is why the UPK, why we are so important. Because I've been telling people all week, how are you doing? It's just another cold day in hell. That's all. That's it. And they said, well, Capital Hill, why do you keep saying this another cold day in hell? Because I see ice everywhere. Frozen and unfrozen.
That's right.
If you catch my drift. I see it's frozen and unfrozen everywhere. So this is what you see going on, and this is why Commander General Yahanna is important to the nation.
That's right.
Because he gives the insight, you know what I'm saying, as well as the foresight for these things that's happening right now. So like I
No, and you absolutely right. I was just about to I was looking for the quote with John Ehrlichman. I don't know if somebody could find it. I think John Ehrlichman was a Nixon aide. You know what I mean? And basically said, in order to keep the white supremacy up amongst the white civilians, you don't have to continuously disparage black and brown civilians in the media, because Haitians are not the majority of immigrants. Haitians are not the majority of illegal immigrants. And for some reason, Haiti is in the news for illegal immigration more than anybody else. You get the point? Like, they handpicked this guy for the photo op, for the media opportunity. They handpicked him for the media opportunity. Anybody find John Ehrlichman quote?
I'm looking for here right now.
Right, John Ehrlichman was a Nixon aide.
I think I have it. I think this is the one you're talking about.
Go ahead, you have it.
The Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies: the anti-war left and black people.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Well, we know we couldn't make it illegal to be either against the war or black. By getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities. I believe
we could disrupt those communities. So it was his plan to put the focus on, quote unquote, the black criminal activity, and also what the hippies was doing, because that's, again, they were representing, against their policies of having the war. But okay, I want the other one where he talk about demonizing black men in the news, in the media. This is one of them, but there's another one where he talk about demonizing black men in the media, in the news.
It's right. It's farther down. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did.
See what?
Damn. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did. So when you show me this cat here and tell me he's a gang member and he have all these charges, I don't believe none of that shit, Fox.
Yeah.
I don't believe none of that shit, Fox. Yeah. The God done revealed your playbook. Aria, could you read that part again from that devil Ehrlichman?
Come on, slow. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. Did we know what we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did.
It's crazy. This picture here, he's saying, look, we understood we couldn't make it illegal to be young or poor or black in the United States, which means they wanted to make it illegal to be young, black, and poor.
Right.
That's what they wanted, to find a way to criminalize us, our skin, and our living condition. And they say we couldn't make it illegal in the United States, but we could criminalize their common pleasure. You all better pay attention to what Commander Johnny Yahanna is saying. He's been saying it for a few years now. Lay up thy follow ground. Because they watch it. You see how Trump signed that executive order to say what Martin Luther King was involved in? They're prioritizing the same lust they're marketing to you.
That's it.
They're marketing you the pleasure. They're marketing to you the lust. They're marketing to you the joy. And then they say, listen, we could criminalize their common pleasure. We understood that drugs were not the health problem we were making them out to be. But it was such a perfect issue for the Nixon White House that we couldn't resist. Like, they're salivating at victimizing us. Like that Asian fool who say, are you a victim? Are you a victim? We're not victims, but we've been victimized. And we don't want to be victims no more. And when we're back from being a victim, you tell us fighting is we claiming victimhood. Us talking about it is too much. Meanwhile, these bastards up in the White House, up in the Rotunda, or up in the Senate, salivating at inventing laws that would criminalize otherwise innocent people. Meanwhile, the Italians bringing in drugs and guns, the Irish bringing them in, Jewish man doing the same thing, the Afghanis doing the same thing. Meanwhile, these other nations are the illegal immigrants, and you the illegal immigrant, white man.
Yeah.
You illegal here. but you make laws to just criminalize us and salivate at it. So for sure, when I see this brother saying I ain't going back, he a free man. He could say where the hell he wanna go. You trying to villainize him, and the real criminal looks like this.
Right.
What are you?
Salaki, if I could, and it's heavy you bringing it out, Cap. Because something came across my desk. I want to say yesterday with Mississippi. Mississippi now has a bill where it's really they putting a bounty on all our Latino brothers and sisters' heads, up to $1,000. I'm hearing now. They basically deputizing people to give information, and they want to get the reward money to people who would tell on our Latino brothers and sisters if they're here illegally, quote unquote. So this just showing you how evil this society is. And once again, they never show what journalism is. It's a profession, but it's also an art. It's no different than writing a novel or something. They have to know who their target audience is. If they want to pull on the heartstrings, they will about how this is illegal and what they're doing is really what they could consider unconstitutional. They would put it to the media as such. But that's why you see a lot of these independent journalists now, because they're talking about it. Because the ICE is going into schools now. They're waiting for people to get out of school or going into the schools. They're going into churches. These are places that they say they're supposed to be off limits. You know what I'm saying? For this type of behavior. But it lets you know what kind of society we're in, brothers and sisters. And it lets you know that the Bible is real and that everything the prophet has been saying now is starting to unfold, you know what I'm saying, on a fast level. Now you're seeing it. And for all you so-called Judites out there that's going along with this and saying, well, you know, I'm a citizen, I'm quote unquote naturalized or whatever the hell you want to say. Not so fast. Because they're coming for you next. Don't think that's why they already had these bills already. They already had the final draft before Trump got elected. Now people saying how they coming with these bills so fast because they were already ready. They were already predetermined, and now they're just trying to push them through on the state level, on the local level, and on the federal level. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you know that we the Lord's chosen people, man. So like I yield.
No, you right. Go ahead, so what?
Yeah, and you know, just you know, to chime in, you know, and look, you know, again, you know, looking on from down here in the Caribbean, because now since all of this taking place now, you know, your eyes as you know, as priests and prophets of the Lord, you know, righteous black men, you know, where people would be able to ask a question and they could be able to relate and give them the correct answer righteously. And seeing all that is taking place in America right now, and it's so spiritual. And just as Captain Tan say, these records, this Bible is real, and everything that is coming out of these records, it right, because now it showing that the Lord making or showing a clear distinction what you want to do with this place. And if by some reason, by force, you had to get out, you get out. Because I is a father. Because now he wanted to stand clear from what is taking place. And we even seen brothers and sisters, you know, giving just as, you know, leaving on their own. And that's so spiritual because why? They without any formal knowledge or anything, they know that this beast he out for something. And I even see an article or a small clip where even, as you say, a Judite brother just make a statement, and you know he was deemed, you know, um, threatening the life of the president, and they even, you know, went as far as saying, he even went as far as saying it was a joke. They say no joke to this because you make a threat on the life, as you say, the president, and this was, as you say, all press are talking. So it goes to show that how nobody is safe in there, or native Indian brothers as well. They even wronging them up because they doing an identity crisis. And this again is so spiritual, so biblical. So this is why now again, you know, looking on from, you know, down here, it's just that the ISUPK under Commander General Yahanna continue to bring that warning. And again, brothers and sisters, take heed. Take heed. Yes, that is you.
Yeah, that's done. Yeah, that's done. Yeah. So, like, I just
Yes, sir.
two out in the text, the chat there. If somebody could open up one, with both of them read, and I'm gonna explain why I want. All right, I'm gonna explain why I wanted them, and maybe this third one too. Hold up. All right, it's in the chat on the side.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
was just thinking about them too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need that. I'm just trying to get the pictures. I have the pictures of one of them.
Yeah.
The ones from LA. So who are the first one? Anybody got the first one yet?
I got the first one.
All right, go ahead.
Chinese organized crimes latest U.S. target: gift cards.
Right, that's a Chinese crime organization where they come together and they start targeting people with them Target gift cards, targeting with Target, right? And it's only Chinese people do it. Go ahead. And what's the date on this?
This was, hold on. April 10th, 2024.
Wow.
By Craig
2024. In the election year, 2024.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Chinese crime rings already dominate the illegal marijuana trade in the U.S. and laundered cocaine and heroin profits.
Read that again, please.
Chinese crime rings already dominate the illegal marijuana trade in the U.S. and laundered cocaine and heroin profits.
They dominate illegal marijuana trade and cocaine and heroin profits. Yet still, this brother is the face of deportation on Fox News.
Yeah.
A Haitian.
Yeah.
Yet still, he's the face. He's the one that puts in the car. He's the one that puts on the news. Why is the chink not there?
Right.
They dominating all the illegal activity.
Yeah.
Any more, Cap? I ain't gonna read the whole thing. I just want pieces of it because I got two more. Go ahead.
Now, a federal task force is investigating their role in burgeoning form of gift cards and gift card fraud.
Right. So now they was dominating the illegal weed, cocaine, and heroin trade. They was all the drugs that's selling is what they're saying is them Chinese is behind it. That's what the police report and the federal report saying. And according to federal files, they're moving now to this new scam, which is the Target gift cards. Somebody have the next article from justice.gov?
I got it, sir.
Please,
Kawakan. Select. Los Angeles trio sentenced for laundering gift cards purchased by victims of telephone scams.
Right? Los Angeles trio arrested for the gift card laundering. And you would think this trio might look like, the brother. Might look like that. Let's see.
Kawakan. A California man and two Chinese nationals were sentenced today to 15, 10, and 8 years in prison, respectively, for laundering gift cards purchased by telephone scam fraud victims at Target stores across the United States.
Brother, across the whole country, they scamming people. Could you look down at the figure, the monetary figure, if it's in that article? Of how much money they scammed when they caught them?
Kawakan, telephone scammers fraudulently induced victims across the country to buy gift cards, often $500 each, and to provide the card numbers and access codes.
So each gift card was $500, And there's pictures. Let me see if I find one of the pictures with them with thousands of these gift cards.
Right.
Thousands of these gift cards. Just on the floor somewhere. Hold up. There we go. See? There we go. Hold up. Where we at? You see how much gift cards on the ground?
Wow.
Yeah. You see the federal agent there looking in the trunk full of gift cards. Let's say it's 100 gift cards at $500 each. That's what? $50,000? Now, talking about across America. That's what it says. They don't have a network across the whole country, brother.
Right.
That's millions of dollars they don't embezzle out of the country. And they're Chinese nationals. It didn't say they were U.S. nationals.
Right.
They illegal immigrants. Where's ICE for China?
Come on.
Right.
I got some more. If I could get that third article, please.
Kawakan. Chinese national living in D.C. convicted.
From LA to DC, from the fire to the storm, to the ice storm. Go ahead.
Kawakan. Chinese national living in D.C. convicted after trafficking $7 million as part of gift cards.
How much?
$7 million.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, god damn, Kazak, you lying. Kazak, you lying on these things, sir.
It's right here in black and white, sir.
Damn.
Read it again from the top. Read it again from the top, please.
Kawakan. Chinese national living in D.C. convicted after trafficking $7 million as part of gift card scheme.
Yes, this brother is the face of Trump's executive order on Fox News for immigration. Right. Not him. 7 million. He's not just taking jobs away from Americans. He's taking away America's money and giving it to America's enemy.
Right.
Where is it for him? Go ahead, Cap.
No, I just going out a few things. Right. That picture, of course, we read on the what's the dude name? The white man named something El Richman, right? Shows that, you know what I mean, what the UPK say about the oppressor being the devil. You know what I mean? It's facts. You understand? They lie whole day, every day. And to boot also too, as Commander General Yahanna been saying, they make us the scapegoat. Like, we the problem, are we the issue in America? Do we have America in the state it is in right now? Or is because of poor leadership? Because the oppressor is just the devil the Bible speaks of. You understand? Like, we don't have America in the state it is. America in the state it is because of these white men, these white women. It has nothing to do with the Haitians. It has nothing to do with the Hispanics. Nothing. America is in an economic war right now with the Chinese. Ain't no Chinese getting deported. None. There's 100% tariff on specific cars coming from China. They're in an economic war, and you telling me ain't no Chinese national getting full display like that, brother? No. Don't let them fool you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. That there is, as I think Kohani was saying it, a PR stunt. That there is for your so-called patriotic, you know what I mean, white supremacists who voted for Donald Trump. That has nothing. Them Haitians do not have this place in the way it is today. It's the oppressor.
Right.
He don't know how to run nothing. All he knows to do is to unalive across the earth. He does not know how to run a country.
If I could ask her as well, it's this showing this comparison that Captain Shock is bringing out is showing how the things that the Republicans are doing and are going to continue to do are really purely political. Meaning They don't really care about the actually keeping the country safe. They don't actually care about protecting Americans. They just care. They just want to make sure that the people that voted for Trump, that Republicans, that white people feel safe. They feel like Trump is coming in and cleaning everything up. Trump is coming in and getting rid of those Haitians that I'm so afraid of as a white person in America. They doing that and putting out on the news so they feel safe and they will continue to vote for Republicans, continue to support Trump, just because the perception is that they're keeping the country safe. The perception is that they're kicking out all the Negroes and they're kicking out all the Hispanics. If they really cared about keeping the country safe, they would be getting rid of him too.
Rock.
Yeah, how Hey, y'all was me thumb. How you doing? How y'all making out, Akin?
Good, sir.
Most high and correct. So Trump started the fun, huh?
Answer.
They're gonna bury this economy. Watch. They're gonna bury themselves.
That's right.
Like all disgusting slave. I didn't mean to cut you off, Ariel. Go ahead and finish what you were saying.
No, you got it, sir. I was about done anyway.
Okay. I was just gonna say that. What? I was just gonna say, that's the problem with an arrogant bastard like Esau. Like you've been a slave master so long, you don't think anything can happen. Like those slave masters couldn't fathom the idea that something would happen that would cause the leaders of the country to force them to give up slavery. To them, it was insane. They went ballistic. They went crazy when they realized they was gonna have to give up slavery. They ran around killing the slaves, ran around going crazy, started a whole war, a whole civil war because they was not gonna give up any slavery because that's how arrogant and disgusting they was. They didn't have an ounce of thought that maybe, just maybe, we better back up off of this. We had them for slavery so long. We had it so good. We made so much money off of them. Maybe we better recognize that we might get punished from the Lord. And these bastards never think that way. And that's why they so ruthless as they could be. Let me ask you a question, Mashak. I got a video that was sent to me that I'd like to play. Is there a way for me to switch my screen to that? Sorry to act in the midst.
I believe so. You could switch your screen, or you could
send the link.
You could just send me the link, and I could pull it up and play it at will. Because it might be easier for you. Hold up. Stand by, I think. He'll be right back.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Everybody stand by. Come on, Johnny. I'm gonna be right back. All right.
Come on.
But yeah, definitely that whole Asian scam, man. Like they there you go.
Am I back now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't know if I saluted y'all. Y'all must remember a thumb. Let me. I'm gonna send this link to you right quick. Am I still?
We can hear you. So it sounds like your audio went out a little bit.
How about now? Am I back?
Yeah, you there now.
Okay, Mashak, tell me if you got that link I just sent to you by any chance. You did? Okay, beautiful. When you get a chance, let me play that link. Because, brother, they don't know what they're getting ready to start. They are bringing, this is one of those milestones in this hell that we in. Like, this is one of those times, man, when you got to step up to the plate in the name of the Most High if you know anything that you ought to know. And black people that stand up right now for Issachar are being praised by Issachar like you've never seen before. And this is so important because this is what's going to bring us together to satisfy the Most High into returning and delivering us. This is a tape, whenever you're ready, Mashak. This is a tape of a sister talking about how the ICE agents are going into their schools and taking their children. This is straight up Nazism, and taking their children out of school, right? Now, these children are American citizens, and they're taking their children out of their schools, and they're holding their children till their parents come to get them. And when their parents come to get them, they're arresting their parents and deporting them and leaving the kids with nobody. And black women in these schools are straight up fighting the ICE agents.
Damn.
They straight up, and this sister begins to talk about it. They straight up willing to fight the ICE agents. Go on and play it, Mashak. Let everybody hear that right quick.
Sound comes.
And I'll come in after if I could, y'all.
Come. Mashak, no volume.
Oh, y'all not?
No sound.
Hold on 1 second. So let me. One second. So let me try to pull it back up again. I don't know why it's not.
Okay. If you don't mind, I'll just speak on it in the meantime. So
yes,
what Trump is doing, which is exactly what went on in our captivities in so many times in the past. These heathens go out and do something so heinous and so unspeakable just to satisfy their own bloodlust or to satisfy their own ego. Donald Trump knows that Mexicans are no threat to the United States.
That's right.
You have a small portion of them that are criminals in every organization and group. That goes for the Chinese, definitely for them racist Ukrainians.
That's right.
Them Ukrainians are straight up Nazis, and not a ripple when they flooded Chicago with more immigrants than the Mexicans. Not a ripple, not a single report about them that went unchallenged. But they're going to come in there and make this pretend show that these Mexicans are such a threat and just a blatant racist threat against the Lord's chosen people. But they doing something they don't understand. They bringing the tribes together. They doing something that we try hard as hell on the street to do. We busting our ass on the street trying to get Judah and Issachar and everybody else to recognize that you are part of the 12 tribes and must come together. But that's okay. Donald Trump is helping us out tremendously. Like Donald Trump is lifting our burden tremendously by being so cruel and evil. This is the story of what's her name? Not Ruth, the other one, Esther. This is Esther's story. It's the same as Esther. I'm ready when you are. You waiting on me? Will you wait on me? Go ahead, Michelle.
I found you wanted to try some.
All right.
Sir. Still no sound, sir.
Still no sound. Mashak, is there a way for me to try it or no?
Yeah, Khan. You could definitely try to pull it up soon. You could try
How
to
do I
pull
do
it
it? Use the 3 buttons on the bottom?
Yeah, Khan, to share the share the screen, to do the screen share where it says present. I don't know why this thing ain't pulling up in sound. Okay, let me try one more time. Over now.
And I know I'm speaking on behalf of many Mexicans right now.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's check the chat there.
You guys, if you guys
do that.
So what?
You guys don't know, they're coming into our schools and they're taking our children. That way, when the parents come up to pick up the kids, they deport them. The Black community, guys, Black women teachers, That's all I've seen so far. Black women teachers. I'm sure there's some black male teachers, but black women teachers are saying they're willing to fight for our kids. I don't think you understand what that means. I don't think you understand what level of sacrifice that is. We all know through history the police brutality that the black community has gone through.
Do you hear that? Can you
They're
pause it
basically,
for a second?
gosh, I really
I
don't
don't
even
want to
know.
mess up the clip, but I got to ask you to pause it for a minute. You heard what she said.
Come on, sir.
We all know the police brutality that black people have gone through. When have you ever heard that come out of an Issacharite's mouth unless they was in the truth?
That's right.
Yes,
You ain't never heard them even not. They all know it. She said it. We all know, which means they all know about it. But they ain't never mentioning it. In the past, as long as Issachar could go to work and come home, they is not worried about what black people are going through. They worrying about it now. They stepping up and recognize it now. All them old fake ass Negroes out there, especially out in the West Coast, talking about leave the Mexicans alone and all that. You didn't know what the fuck you was talking. Excuse my friend. You ain't know what you was talking about.
That's right.
Like that's why what I mean when you serve the Most High, the Most High will answer. His words don't go out in vain. You will make him get off that throne, and he will go and do something because he loved these 12 tribes. And that's exactly what he's doing with this. To a lot of Issacharites and them, this is all looking like tragedy. This is not tragedy. This right here is one of the best things that could happen to us. This right here. Because, listen, even Donald Trump knows they all coming back over the border. If he even lets them leave, they're all coming back over the border because he knows this is a fake story. He knows this is a fake scenario that he created just so he can give poor white people a reason to feel like they're cleaning up their country. While he goes and picks the pocket of the whole damn country. While they sitting up there mad at Mexicans and want to put them out and mad at black people and want to run through these streets and commit blood and murder like a bunch of them are. Meanwhile he's trying to buy Greenland and Canada and he's looking at the far reaches of his fantasies. And he wants to go gobble up whatever the hell he feels in his heart he can steal off the earth. Whatever ain't nailed down that he feels he can steal, swindle, cheat, and rob, that's what he's doing. But he knew he got to keep the rest of these white people occupied. Salakia. He knows he got to yeah, go ahead, Salakia.
Just to add to what you're saying too, with all I talk about the Mexicans, I would like to see the number of Mexicans that helped build them Trump Towers. Let's see if it was just white men building the towers. Them poor white men that was building the towers.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Or the ones that's in there now.
Yeah.
Changing the sheets and towels.
Con.
Or the ones that's in them restaurants. That's them doormen and bellhops.
That's right.
Like to see all of them. You can best believe he's flooded with them. But this is a necessary tool when you want to go rob somebody. You understand? And once again, many of these white people are voting for Trump, and they voted for Trump and didn't like Trump. But they voted for Trump because they couldn't turn down their racism. Many black people voted for Trump because they just had to. They just had no choice in their heart of hearts but to go with the white man that was the one that was going to be the most vicious. The most vicious white man had to win in their mind, because if they didn't give him the win, we would go back to what we just went back to. Salakia. Go ahead and play it. I don't mean to dominate so much of this half, but if you could just play it, man, I'm gonna make a couple comments and I'm gonna get off of it. Salakia, y'all.
Know how to say this because no words can really express the appreciation I have for the Black community right now. Thank you so much. That's what I want to hear. Bottom of my
Oh, God.
Go ahead. That's what I want to hear, because that's the
Um,
Most High at work.
That's right.
That's right.
We pass the Mr. Karites every single day in America. You pass them every day. Every time you leave the house, they in front of your car when you pull up to the light. They here, they there, and yet there's no mixture of us, and we're both the same family. And we both the same family. And some of these ignorant so-called Negroes, and definitely the whole Issacharite family, sit up there and act like we don't know what the hell is going on. Well, guess what? The Lord know how to bring us together, don't he?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
You want to come together? No problem. No problem. Now the Most High done stepped in on us, and we're gonna come together now. Like he gonna, and listen, and let me tell you something. If we don't get it right, if Trump even allows another president to get in there, if we don't get it right, you can best believe it's gonna get worse and worse and worse until we do get it right. This is one of the best things that could ever happen to us. Did y'all already talk about MLK?
Last.
Yo, y'all might have to stretch a little time on this one. It's a lot. You know we got to talk about the MLK. But let me let y'all finish the tape. I apologize. Please go ahead, Michelle.
Let me just try to refresh it. I done getting it freezing up here. Give me 2
Oh,
minutes.
okay, yeah.
Copy. You freezing up there too?
Yeah. Both of y'all freezing up. We gonna get to it. Like this is a beautiful, beautiful day. Big shout out to Captain Shapar Napash, who sent the video clip over.
That's right.
Like this is damn right. Like this is a blessing right here, because this here is showing us the path of how we all come together. Like out of all this that has gone on, all the components on both sides, Issacharites, the Judites, and everybody in between, Benjamites as well, all of us, tribes, the other Spanish tribe, out of all of the attempts to keep us separated and to hate each other, and no attempt being made on the slave master to make him the real enemy, the Lord still stepped in and said, no problem, I'm gonna make this. I think this is absolutely the best thing happening, because now we're gonna go through a little hardship now. But at the end of this, we're gonna be together. At the end of this, the white man's greatest fear is coming to pass. As all of it, every last bit of this is based on the fear that this white man is going to have to become the minority in America.
That's right.
That's what all this is about. All this is, if they left us alone, just like they did with Yahushua, they said, we leave him alone, all men will believe on him. That's exactly what Caiaphas and them thought. We leave this people alone. Before you know it, they'll get rid of us. And that's exactly what white people. Bill Clinton said it back when he was in president. He said by 2012, America will begin to become a nation of minorities. And they got on their high horse and said, hell no. And turned around and started with them. And that's why he wanted to get rid of the birthright citizenship. And I bet you they've been lying about the numbers of us in this country. They've been lying. We probably already dominating them. Between the 12 tribes, we probably already been dominating them. And white people do not have very many children.
That's right.
And we probably been dominating them. And now they turning around like, oh, we got to do something. That's why they want to snatch that birthright citizenship so they can deport us by the millions.
Yeah.
They want that, but they want to get that so they can deport us by the million. And I'm not sure. This is what I'm not sure about, which it frightens me to even utter out of my mouth, that I'm not sure if they don't have a loophole in the incarceration part. Because because if you lose all your rights, do you lose your constitutional right as a citizen when under arrest? That's the next big question. We know you could lose your general rights as a prisoner. That was in the Constitution. But do those rights also include your birthright citizenship? Because if it does, and he finds a loophole, oh, you could get ready. He gonna be shipping us out as fast and hard as he trying to ship the Mexicans out.
So lock it, General.
Go ahead, Op.
That's what they was talking about. They looking at it in Mississippi right now with that what you just said, because they
Wow.
trying to detain people indefinitely,
Mm.
and it's almost like, you know what I'm saying, indefinite servitude.
Yeah.
The bill they trying to do, and of course Mississippi, out of all the states in this quote unquote union, they the one that championed it the hardest. They even got a bounty for $1,000. They trying to put up for people, like you said, just like out of the Book of Esther.
Yeah.
It's like the white folks stimulus check. They want to get that along with the taxes this year. They're like, okay, we can go ahead and know where the family's at. They trying to do that, and they so really you really and a lot of those civil rights advocates, they saying you dividing these communities and these counties. These kids go to school, they play
Right.
soccer, they do this. So that's what they're trying to do right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So what you're saying is so right. They looking for that loophole, and then, you know, when you give devil an inch, he'll take a mile.
Yes, he will. And in his mind, if I could, in his mind, that is they are so like little bratty children.
That's
Like
right.
you reward them for being racist and turning into Issacharites and getting people deported. They will go and do it happily. They will adopt the racism against us happily, and that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they and as they adapt it, they just become a cruel beast, arresting children. They just don't even care. And what's also frightening about it, ICE agents are federal agents, which means Trump is finally getting what he wanted, which is his own little private army
Right.
to go into cities and violate people and do whatever emotional wretched thing that comes to his filthy mind. Now he got some stormtroopers that can go in there now, and even if it ain't all the way legit, they can go up in there and give absolute hell to the other tribes. But once again, like the faithful among us got to be very strong now and really see past the bullshit. As I see past it, I think it is lovely what is happening. Because listen, make no mistake, black people are not saying it, but they are thinking it. If he gonna go after their children, will he go after our children?
That's right.
The same way. Salaki, I yield.
General, I probably could try to play the rest of the tape if you want to.
Yeah, let's give it one last shot because what she was saying was heavy.
Gosh, I really don't even know how to say this because no words can really express the appreciation I have for the Black community right now. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I know I'm speaking on behalf of many Mexicans right now. You guys, if you guys don't know, they're coming into our schools and they're taking our children. That way, when the parents come up to pick up the kids, they deport them. The Black community, guys, Black women teachers, that's all I've seen so far, Black women teachers. I'm sure there's some Black male teachers, but Black women teachers are saying they're willing to fight for our kids. I don't think you understand what that means. I don't think you understand what level of sacrifice that is. We all know through history the police brutality that the Black community has gone through. They're basically, gosh, I really don't even know how to say this.
I think that's it. Yeah. If I could, Mashak, let me tell you something, man. Oh boy, that tape is so heavy. Now, did you hear what she said? The level of sacrifice? Like every one of you church bitches
That's right.
Every one of you need to
Con,
hear this goddamn tape. Like you've been sitting up in them churches with a 10-gallon hat on talking shit with faggots prancing down the aisle. This is what you should have been thinking on.
con,
This is how your mind should have been. And this is what you should have been looking forward to doing. Like them sisters that's doing that, like brother, they getting rep now. They getting rep both in heaven and rep with Esau and rep with the Issacharite sisters. And brother, if you see these tribes come together, if only two tribes come together, if two tribes come together, it's all over.
con.
It's a wrap damn near. Forget about it. 4, 5, 6, 7 tribes really wake up and recognize the solidarity that they supposed to have with one another, which is exactly what these Edomites are bringing forth. This is exactly you. Let me tell you what you about to see. You, if I could, you about to see Issacharites living in the basements of black people. That's what you about to see. You about to see the underground railroad in the hood is what you about to see. And it better not turn into a thing where it become a, you know, where black men get to champion it. It's a wrap. If it become a thing where black people get to champion taking care and looking out for the Mexicans, you about to trip. You understand? Like we've been selling dope under their noses for the last 60 years. You think moving some Mexicans is gonna be difficult?
Con.
Black people. Now I ain't telling nobody to do it because it's illegal. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying you
Con.
about to see black people get activated. You about to see black men begin to become they'll begin to become to see their worth again.
Yes, sir.
They'll begin to see their worth again and begin to start to really step up the plate. And brother, you come together with a Mexican and a Judite. Well, you can forget about it.
Salaki.
You're gonna have a problem. Go ahead, Salaki. I yield.
Con, what you saying is so. I'm gonna give it up for Commander Junior Hunter, man.
Hold on, bro.
You saying, and we've seen the things that you prophesy come to full manifestation in this kingdom, as like
Grace
all.
and mercy of the Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, come, sir.
Yeah.
And like the Bible says, a brother is born for adversity.
Yep.
And we are in adverse times.
Yes, we are.
We look at what's going on, and like you said, it's we're gonna have to be real stealth. And like you said, John, another thing you brought out, it's making us more aware of our surroundings now.
Yes.
I mean, like now, like I'm seeing even the communication on the apps, on social media. Hey, ICE here, or they here,
Yeah.
or they moving here, they over here at 10 o'clock. Like the community, like we're starting to get more aware of our surroundings. Even when I'm seeing a lot of Ishkarites moving throughout the hood and like they're moving around, and we look at each other, we get their head nod. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, like it's that communication, that bond that we supposed to have to let, like, I'm looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? You good over here. You worry about me telling, because there's a paranoia that sets in, but like you said, the byproduct of that is awareness. So I just want to touch on that, gentleman, that you brought out. So like I yield.
Listen, brother, what you saying is so right. If I just could jump in back in for a second, just imagine you get the word, you hear ICE agents in the neighborhood, you run out your house with your wife and your 3 babies, you dipping down the street trying to get the hell up out of there, and some Jake open his door and say, "Entra, entra, entra." And before you know it, you run up inside and down in his basement, man. He got a hot meal waiting on you, and you survive another day from these monsters.
Okay.
You understand? Like that's gonna be the lives of blacks, and it's gonna make, like you said, it's gonna make black people aware again. Gonna make them aware of this monster, man. Damn you, churches, man. For putting people to sleep and murdering our babies, man. Like it's gonna make people aware again.
Yeah.
And forget about it if that abortion rate starts dropping. Let them sisters start seeing how them Issacharites surviving with their babies, and the techniques and things they use, and the food they make for these babies, and how they survive with these babies in such poverty and such adversity. And let sisters start picking that up. Get the fuck out of here, man.
That's right.
Let some of these sisters that ain't got no husband, got issues, this and that, let them start hooking up with them Issacharites. That them sisters that ain't been able to get a brother. Let them start hooking up with them Issacharites. Let them sisters start hooking up with them brothers. Oh my goodness. You brothers get a couple bowls of arroz con pollo, you gonna be a brand new nigga again. Somebody gonna walk back in the room and be like, what the fuck, nigga? You done grew 6 inches. You know what I'm saying? So man, let that happen. Let them tribes start getting, let it get contagious. While the monster is finally being who he is. He been doing all of this. He just been doing it quietly and softly.
That's right.
Obama was doing it too. Obama
Right.
was locking up his gun. He didn't totally shut down that thing. Most of what we seeing on the TV is propaganda and is not what's really happening. The Mexicans ain't doing a damn thing to nobody.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Yes, there's some of them that are criminals. You damn right there. There's criminals everywhere. In every group.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you really had a proper organization, you would be hunting down them criminals. Why? If you got so many criminals, why you got to run every last one of them out the country when you supposed to have criminals among them? Because you full of shit. Because you know you don't have that many criminals. If he just said ICE agents just going for those who got warrants and those that are warranted for different criminals, different criminal acts. That's the only ones we going after. You wouldn't have no work for them agents.
Right.
You understand? You wouldn't have no work for them agents. And as far as they doing stuff in other countries, all of that shit is suspect. A lot of them had to do little stealing things and different stuff just to make it to the U.S. So who God knows what little issues they might have that we don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And they got another problem with Issachar. That facial recognition does not work that well on Issachar because Issachar, most of their faces and heights are very close to each other. And their body composition. So it's very difficult for them with that facial recognition software to be be discerning each and every one of them. What they really doing is getting everybody's DNA that they lock up. That's what they really doing. Dropping that DNA in a goddamn database so that they can run all of them through there whenever they want and find out who's who. Ain't nobody being fooled by this nonsense, man. Nobody being fooled by this nonsense. But once again, this is what Israel needed. We needed this to get up off our stand. 750,000 abortions, man, between Judah, Benjamin, and Ephraim. Come on, man. 750,000. Come on, man. Come on, man. They mess around with us, man, and we bring our people back and get ready to serve the Most High in Christ. And the beautiful part is we wouldn't bring our people back to be criminals. Like we bring our people back to do just what the Lord said, to carry out them laws, statutes, and commandments. And the Lord, like the Lord said, it would be our wisdom in the sight of the nations. They would be shocked and not know what the hell to do because we wouldn't be breaking their laws, but we would be out mastering them in everything. We become less criminals because we have find other ways for so many of us to live and survive. And who could farm better than Issachar? Jesus Christ, you ain't gonna never be without no food. Who could build a house better than Issachar? Like the innumerable skills and abilities of these brothers is just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. Man, I know that must have been a sight for Nehemiah. I'm gonna yield after this. I know that must have been a sight for eyes to see when Nehemiah and them came up out of Darius's kingdom and was building that wall with a weapon in one hand and the tool in the other hand. I know when they saw them 12 tribes, brother, doing that, them other nations, they said, the scripture said them other nations became worried and, concerned because here we was and all tribes was working together and bringing the nation back. And them other nations around us, man, saw us building a wall and then first tried to be our friend. Let us come in and help. But Nehemiah was smart. He wasn't no dumbass Christian preacher. He turned around and said, "Nah, man, y'all ain't got nothing to do with us. We dealing with this ourselves. We don't trust you. We don't want you. We don't want you near us." And them brothers got together, man, and built that whole wall up, man, and put that nation back together. And fear and trembling came over them heathens, man, because they had been robbing us for the longest after that shit. Salaki, I yield.
Salaki, General.
Salaki.
Good. In that day, DEI stood for don't ever integrate. You know what I'm saying? They didn't backtrack. They didn't flip this whole thing, man. But I remember you saying like they never really gave us civil rights. They just tolerated us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And now
That's right.
everybody's seeing what the UPK ain't really know. They can't really battle us on these things
Right.
now. Like now, the
mhm.
atmosphere is like you gonna either yield to what they saying, and really
Right.
even the opposition now have to move a little bit closer to our diatribe and what we're saying on the street now.
Yeah.
That's just where we're at now. Because
That's right.
what are you? If you against the school, you need to just go ahead and say, "Well, I want to be a slave." Just go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and say, "You know what? I'm okay with being a slave." Just say that. Don't try to find a conventional way to explain why you support these things and why you against the Israelite school of UPK. Just say, "I'm okay with being a slave." That's where we at now with it.
Yeah.
Like,
listen, you so right, brother. You so right. So, look, I yield. I don't want to take up all the time. Somebody else get in.
So, General, if I could,
Yeah.
if I could grab one scripture,
please.
Jeremiah 50 and 33.
Say it again.
Jeremiah 50, 50 and 33. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel." You have it, 2 out of 2, please.
Count. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Like that, this was going on here as you bring it out to, like, this here is the Bible is alive. Like, you can't this sentence here this brother just read. You can't find this in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Quran, in any of them religious texts, in the Medu Netta. You can't find no prophecy or anything relating to what's going on with our people today, or even the heathens. The condition of the heathens is in the Bible too. But they say that the children of Judah and the children of Israel were oppressed together. Oppressed together. They got to be in the same place.
That's right.
They got to be in a place to get oppressed together. And to get oppressed together, they got to have the same oppressor. Like this, the Bible is our book and showing you it's alive and well. You know what I mean? It's right here who we are for anybody who's doubting that that Mexicans and the Latino tribes are Israelites. Because if you're doubting that, if you agree that you, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, but they're not Israel, then who else could this be talking about?
Exactly.
Who else could this be talking about? This is high time for us to really come together with our brothers and sisters, man. Because
that's right.
Like we look at the Chinese and the East Indian like they upstanding and they, good American citizens when they're bigger criminals than we could ever be.
Right. And receive 20 times more grace.
Yeah.
Like we said, they brought the Issacharites right through the Mexican. I mean, them Ukrainians right through the Mexican border. Unscathed, would show you the power of the presidency. Biden brought them Ukrainians through that border, brother, and they put them on a separate line than the Mexicans, and let them come right into the country and organize housing, organize welfare, all of that. Everything that we complaining about the Mexicans getting, they organized all of it and was getting it off the top. And they never had to sit up in no shelters or anything. They had whole organizations right out of the State Department that was arranging housing with other Ukrainian families and paying those families for putting these people up. They never even seen a homeless shelter, let alone the streets. You know what I mean? And that should be a wake-up call for the children of Israel. And it's going to be, man. It's going to be, you know what I mean, a hell of a wake-up call. I mean, I'm concerned now because of the tribe of Benjamin, because they are going in now into all the Caribbean islands, and they destabilizing the governments in these Caribbean islands. You know what I mean? Jamaica's in an uproar. Trinidad's in an uproar. Other islands are starting to get in an uproar. Somebody is working behind the scenes to create chaos in these different countries. And they doing that so that they can go ahead and destabilize them so that the Russians don't get control of them. Because remember, that's still going on. Both sides are both still trying to gobble up each side and bring them to the table. You know, and you know, bring them to their side of the table. So all the Caribbean islands now are becoming pawns in this whole possible nuclear war. So now they trying to destabilize them. So there's a lot to look at with that as well. Like the 12 tribes of Israel, you getting visited right now. You getting visited by the hand of the Most High. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. But you better get your head right, and you're going to see the Lord is going to bring them tribes together, brother. And it's going to be glorious. All that Christianity bullshit, all that worshiping them Arabs, and all that nonsense we've been doing for all these years while they killing our babies and starving us to death and cutting us off from even helping ourselves financially. Every last bit of it is going to get removed. You're going to get woke up from it all. Salak, ya yield.
That's right, sir. And just to add to what you're saying too, sir, it's like in Egypt when Moses went to Pharaoh and tell them, yo, let the Lord people go to serve him for 3 days, and the Pharaoh oppressed them more.
Yeah,
the Lord had to step in.
Yeah,
Lord had to step in and fight for Israel, and the same thing is going to happen. You know what I mean today? Why?
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean? The same drugs you try to push on us, affecting your people. The same abortion you try to push on us is affecting your people, right? Now you're trying to blame us for your economy going in getting flushed down the drain. It ain't us, it's you. And the Lord going to show it. The more you oppress, the more the Lord touch away the hood, which is his money, his pockets. The Lord will deal with him. You know what I mean? He thought he thought he could make us, as you say, a scapegoat.
That's heavy. Yep.
Right. But you and I economic war with China. Ain't no Chinese getting deported. You right now supporting Ukraine against Russia. Ain't no Russians getting deported.
Exactly. Not one. Not one. ICE ain't going to none of their houses. ICE ain't knocking on none of their doors, showing up at their kids' school. None of that.
Yeah.
All this is a bloodlust to brutalize the tribe of Issachar and to make sure that the 12 tribes don't dominate this country.
Concept. Yeah.
Meanwhile, they've been robbing them countries down there for years.
That's right.
They've been robbing them directly in the money in the industry they make their most money in, and that is the food industry. You know what I mean? Like tons and tons of imports coming in from Mexico. Why the hell is Mexicans trying to come across the border? Because you starving them while your corporations rake in all the resources.
That's right.
Your corporations get rich off of the resources while those Issacharites sit up there protesting and getting into civil wars in their capital because their economy falling and the money turning to nothing and all of this going on. But meanwhile, you know, I can go right now to the supermarket and get me as many avocados as I want. Like I live in Mexico or some shit. Excuse my French. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous. I cannot wait to see the day that the Mexicans have their food carts out there, that black people shop from them. That right now they making all federal workers go back to work because the businesses in all these downtown cities are suffering so bad. Suffering so bad. You know what I mean? Don't think there ain't no way to put pressure on this Edomite. That'd be the problem with us. He done terrorized us so much. We don't never think there's no way to put no pressure on him. But when they wake up and see, just like Martin Luther King gave us a hell of a solution that he himself did not listen to. When he went and did that bus boycott, brother, and the Edomites yielded, he should have opened up the first bus company right there. Instead, he sent everybody back to work to be brutalized for another 60 years under the same beast. And now all the Koreans own all the goddamn bus companies. You know what I'm saying? Across this country, where what we could have did was strengthen ourselves and kept our strength with ourselves. So when they wake up and they find out that the Issacharites only want to work under Judite stores, and the Issacharites opening up their own stores, and black people only want to buy from the Issacharites and nobody else. You're gonna have some problems. You're gonna have some problems. Like I'm coming to you right now. The coming together of the 12 tribes of Israel is major in the whole space of things. Salaki, I yield.
Salaki, General, if I could.
Salaki.
If I could, General, what you're saying is so heavy, and that's why it's important for everybody to make it to the Passover this year.
Absolutely.
In Atlanta. You were part of all 12 tribes. We got a lot to discuss. Come down and sit at the table with your brethren. Come meet Man and General Yahanna and the generals. We got a lot to discuss because, like the general said, like right now they playing us like pawns, but a pawn moved on a chessboard in the correct way can become very powerful.
Absolutely.
And can decide the fate of the game.
Yes, it absolutely can.
Salaki, I yield.
Listen, you right. Salaki, I yield too. Sorry to keep cutting in. Go ahead.
Salaki, Go ahead, Salaki.
What Command General and I bringing out, again, it's so vital as well because now, just as, you brought up what they are trying to do to destabilize, the Caribbean, even when I go back and I look at the currency, many of these currency, they actually devalue the dollar now, right? And certain places where, they would visit, as you say, our oppressor, with their cruise ship, with wherever, they would keep the dollar or match it as close as possible to their dollar where, it could be, they could, give a handout or exchange now. And when you check it out, because I tell you, it's like just the other day, even like Suriname, their dollar was matching the US dollar, let me say 2-to-1 now. Now in just within a couple years, right? Let me say I was down in Suriname. The dollar now is like, almost 24-to-1, 30-to-1, and it
Jesus
keep on
Christ.
going up. So it is like they naturally doing this, and again, to add to, Commander General Yahanna, for really enlightening brothers down here with this truth and, to be able to really understand and see what is really taking place. Because without this, as a black man, young black man coming up, you wouldn't have no clue or no idea. Just keep on living, and all your dream now is like, just as we say down here in Tribe of Benjamin, hey, to run to America, to run to the closest place now where, that we would think in our minds that, it have a better life for us, and we seeing what's going on right now. So that
You're right. Listen, what you saying is so right. If I could jump in for a quick second, that what the lesson that better be learned by our brothers in all the different areas is you get ready to get cut off from going to America. So you're gonna have to bring your brotherhood right where you are, and you're gonna have to come together and work against them heathens that's in each of them islands and they've been pressing up against us for that slave master. You're gonna have to work against him and bring your people together so that you could survive their nonsense as well. Like the 12 tribes of Israel is being oppressed by everybody in one way or another. Even the damn Africans, man, is down there oppressing brothers and sisters. You understand? And finding ways to oppress them. And now brothers and sisters got to come together now. Like once again, the mercy of the Most High, brother. Coming together is everything. It's everything coming together. You know what I'm saying? Like now, we need each other more than we ever did before. Like right now, we need each other. Now a nigga ain't gonna be an individual now. You ain't gonna be no individual. You about to be part of the whole, and I'm hearing words like community now. I mean, words like community in full swing. Because that's exactly what it's gonna take. And brother, what's gonna be so beautiful is the Issacharites gonna come out with ways to survive and make money. And if we smart enough to not hate them for it, like we did when they first came into these cities, if we smart enough to not hate them for it, and if they're smart enough to not forget what we did for them, brother, you're gonna see a symbiotic relationship that's gonna frighten. Like the scripture said, they came together and stood upon their feet, a great and fierce nation. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't hire enough ICE agents for all the brothers and sisters in this country that need to help each other. He in a minute, he gonna want to bring in the National Guard if he ain't did it already and got them subbing out as ICE agents. You understand? Like he ain't did it yet, but if he didn't do it, he's getting ready to do it. Because you can't hunt down this many people with the amount of what he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get right. And on top of that, he pissing off people like Canada. You better hope Canada don't set up no sanctuary for them Issacharites.
Right.
Up there in Saskatchewan or one of them old nice wooded farming areas. You know what I'm saying? Which would be just and right for all the murder and brutality the Catholic Church did, including electrocuting babies on them different areas because they wanted to gobble up all the goddamn land, the greedy sodomite bastards. Excuse my French. You better hope they don't turn around and be pissed off with this tariff bullshit and give them brothers and sisters sanctuary. They'll go right up over the border and watch your economy go in the shithole. Excuse my French, go in the toilet and just wait on you. In about 2 seconds, you be reopening that border again. Right now, today, the farmers came out and called on Donald Trump to stop the deportations. The farmers said they all they filmed a Walmart and the Walmart was empty. All the Issacharites, they heard ICE agents showed up. The entire Walmart got emptied out. So they next. And right now the farmers is crying. You can forget about vegetables. What? Tomato what? Nigga ain't gonna be no tomatoes now. You gonna go to McDonald's and eat a burger with no tomatoes. Forget about that bullshit ass Whopper. No onions, no pickles today.
So like it, Joe.
God.
Hey, they ain't gonna be going vegan too much longer. If they keep this up.
Exactly.
The vegan meal is going. So like I use.
Gonna be listen, you right. Them refried beans and the beans they mash up into a burger. Oh, that's about to become the hot hit. There ain't nobody gonna be getting no vegetables in about 2 seconds, man. I went in a Benjamite restaurant I go to all the time. I went in there today. I'm like, what's going on? There's like 25, 30 people waiting on plates of food. And they say, yeah, man, we having trouble getting in the different ingredients we need, so we behind. So we trying to with the whole ICE thing, we got to try and catch up. And they were sitting up there, brother, trying to turn out plates. But they had to wait to cook the food. In many cases, didn't turn out the plate. I must have waited 40 minutes for my plate of food. And I only waited because I already paid that. And trying to get my money back would have meant 40 minutes waiting on the money to come back anyway. So I just said, you know what, no problem. Let me just get this food and go on in. So that was just a small, minor effect of what we about to see go on. And it's not going to be for our detriment. All we got to do is practice a little of Moses' strength. We got carried out into that wilderness and we suffered a little bit. You going to miss a meal. So what? You know what I'm saying? But if we be strong, trust the Lord. The Lord is gonna step in on all of this right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it ain't gonna be pretty for those that want to be cruel, evil, vicious beasts on innocent on innocent farm workers, on innocent restaurant. Don't nobody want to work in the back of a restaurant. You think anybody want to sit up there under that hot grill, burning and flaming all up in your face for 8, 10, 12 hours a goddamn day? You go in the back of damn near every cheesesteak place in Philadelphia is Mexicans working back there. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell me everybody looking forward to that bullshit. What, you gonna hire white boys now? Issachar, you get rid of Issachar. You gonna bring white boys come work with you now? Listen, they hate Issachar. You think they gonna come work under your black ass? Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Archie, can you go get the potatoes out of the deep freezer? What are you gonna say? Yes, sir, massa? Fuck out of here. This is my friend. Salaka, I yield.
Good luck, General. If I could too, I was watching some of the political pundits in the UK, and they was talking about how they kind of fearful for Trump, for the influence he's gonna have worldwide, especially in the UK, and with the rise of the white nationalists and the National Front. And there was also.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, Salaki.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Salaki. My bad.
And there was also saying that in light of the UK from COVID to Ukraine, the whole from Brexit to COVID to Ukraine, the economy was in shambles because Brexit, all them Eastern Europeans had to get out, right? And then COVID. And then the Ukraine thing, so that carry up all the utilities, because that, remember, they blew up that bridge with the pipeline that was supplying a lot of the energy, oil and gas.
Yeah.
So now they were saying that places like America and Canada had the luxury of quote unquote illegal immigrants that provided a cushion. So certain jobs could have still get done all throughout COVID and Ukraine that they didn't have. So even outside of America, they could see the importance of quote unquote these illegal immigrants that these devils trying to make seem like it's a problem when they know that's the saving grace of America. They say if it wasn't for the tribes and the Mexicans and Haitians and really the 12 tribes of Israel, COVID would have had the same effect, and Ukraine would have the same effect on America like how it would have in European countries. They say they don't see that workforce that people would have just gone to work at, like the what's called the essential workers.
Yes.
In countries in Europe, they didn't have that slave force down there that would just still they have to go to work.
Right.
That America benefited from. I was like, look, they're breaking down that just in the analysis of their own country. They ain't like saying it in support of us, but you could see they critically thinking about this shit and they're watching.
Right. That's right.
So I didn't mean to cut you off. So Salak.
Go ahead, Cap. Salak.
I just want to touch on what Cap Mashak said. I know that over here they call it it's so heavy what he brought out because, like you said, that when that COVID hit, that's what I mean. It was so heavy what he brought out. They called it a luxury of having them over here to prop up the service economy.
Well, exactly. Slavery as usual.
Right. And then mask it and say it's you essential workers. Really, you expendable.
Exactly.
But, because of the whole thing that's going on. But they use that, and that is the thing that keep America going. But like you said, it's going to be now. You're going to see gaps now. The things that the things that you wouldn't see, you're going to see gaps, and the gaps is going to be the opportunity. There's a quote that says, "Necessity is the mother of invention." And usually, every time we hit these type of parts in different millenniums and centuries in our captivity, we start to get innovative.
Yeah,
we start to become more. I'm seeing it now, even on social media. Like I said, even with just the communication and the skills that we picking up, and that's why in the Israelite School UPK under Command Joe Yahanna, we want to encourage you, brothers and sisters, to become a master at something. You don't got to know everything, but master something, because everyone has to be useful. It's all hands on deck now.
Right.
Exactly. That's so heavy out. Right? That's so heavy. Like now's the time to be energized, like you said. Now's the time to see the hero inside you. Now's the time to make a righteous decision before the Lord and impress the angels. You know what I'm saying? To stand on the side of the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel. You know, man. Salaki, I yield. My bad.
I don't know if you wanted to move to the MLK story. So if you wanted to go,
We better, or we're gonna be here all night because you know it's plenty to talk about with that. Hell, son.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, did that.
God.
For sure.
God.
Look at the Proud Boys leader. You know they let him go.
Yeah. And the leader of the Oath Keepers. And they found they found some of their members with bombs. They found some of their members with bombs in a couple cars out there at that Capitol. You know what I'm saying? And they still cut him loose. Imagine a Negro with a bomb at the Capitol, and somebody let him loose. You know what I mean? And they didn't show. This is something else they didn't show. You know, none of the news agencies showed the proper sound during the inauguration when those Democratic presidents was coming in, and with Bush. Nobody showed the proper sound. They booed the shit out of Obama.
Damn.
They booed the hell. Yeah, you would never knew it because they turned the sound down. But some people got the tapes without the sound bite from people who had phones in the room. And so Obama got the hell booed out of him in that arena. So did Clinton. So did Bush. So did Cheney. When they so did both Clintons, of course. When they came through there, brother, the whole goddamn chamber booed at them on their side. Like since Trump got in there, it wasn't like they made it look like it was all graceful. When that's bullshit. It was a bunch of riotous Edomites in there who was booing and jissing and making all kind of sound and had no respect for the process of that inauguration. But they just dumbed it down to make it look right for the people. But that shit was, you know, man. I mean, it was horrible. They booed Obama so bad, brother. I don't even know how he walked that gauntlet of boos.
So like it, Jim.
Go ahead,
And Michelle Obama, she didn't show up.
Yeah, she's the only one. She's the only one. Go ahead, Salaki.
Yeah.
Salaki, go ahead, Did we lose him?
Oh no. I was just saying she didn't show. I was just adding to your point, sir. What you said. So like I yield, sir.
You're right. She's the only really. I think she might have been the only Israelite except for his new HUD cabinet member. You know what I mean? And she turned around and said, "Nah, I'm not doing it." She wasn't gonna be fake. You know what I mean? She wasn't gonna be fake for the process. You know what I mean? Because Trump probably pisses her off. She knows just how much of a racist he is. And they all mad. They all mad, but it's really them Democrats. It's their own damn fault.
Yeah.
It's their own fault. It always happens the same way. Or some person, in this case, he a Hamite, but most of the time it's a black person. We get some prominence. We get up in there among Esau. We get up in that higher seat. And when we get up in that higher seat, we ready to abandon black people. And then once we abandon black people and we get up into that prominent seat, that's when the Edomites turn on you. And the Edomites turn on you and let you know that you ain't nothing but a nigga. And then when it's time for you to turn around and look at your people as a base, you ain't got nothing under you. Ain't nothing holding you up. So now you mad as hell when they pull the bottom out from under you. Like all that power Obama had 2 seconds ago. 2 minutes ago, he was flying drones into Syria, bombing the hell out of people. people in Pakistan,
Mm-hmm.
doing all kind of stuff just a minute ago. All that power, what he could have done for black people, and he had both houses of Democrats. All the power he could have got done. Biden sat up there for the last 4 years. All the power that he had, and all the power he could have wielded if he was so trying to be Democratic. Trump got in office, didn't give a damn about none of it. Pardoned who the hell he wanted. Talked about everybody like a dog. He was frowning as he was leaving out with Biden in there. And he's such a fucking lowlife. He didn't participate when he got kicked out of office the first time, but he was full of participation in the inaugural this time.
Yeah.
Which show you they ain't built like him. Like every last one of them Democrats should have said, we're not showing up to that. What the hell he show up to that for when Trump didn't show up at all? Remember, that's what Trump was supposed to do when Biden got in office.
Yeah.
All that helicopter ride and riding in the limo together, all of that. He ain't show up for none of that shit. Because he just sat up there and said they stole it. And that was the end of that. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, they did that. Think about every chance Michelle had when Obama was in office. Like what I want to know is what serious change did she impress upon Obama to make that would help black people? Because we saw all the changes that they made over this abortion. We saw that. We saw every bit of that. Well, we fully understood that. We saw all the changes she made, you understand, for the LGBTQ community. Oh, we saw and understood. It was shoveled down our goddamn throat. So we fully got that. But what did they do to move the ball even the slightest? Nothing. Meanwhile, Trump is in. He going deport a whole race so that white people could become grass cutters again. He's going to deport a whole race so white people could buy land and become farmers again. You know what I'm saying? So that MLK nonsense is just that nonsense.
I'm just out to what you're saying too, sir. That's a heavy point with land, because who gonna take them Issachar house when Issachar they deport Issachar?
Yeah.
Who gonna confiscate their property? Right?
Yeah.
And also too, sir, for those of us who said Biden didn't have the support he needed, right? Biden had power to pardon his whole family. Take that in. He pardoned his whole family before he left office.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit on here and tell me he couldn't help black people? He helped his family before he left office.
Exactly. Obama could have said, now that weed is legal, I'm gonna pardon every weed drug dealer, every nonviolent marijuana drug dealer in America. I'm cutting y'all all loose. That'd have been hundreds of thousands of brothers, because they know they not stupid. They got the files. They know the CIA came and poured drugs in our neighborhood to get us to sell drugs, and then turned around and locked us all the hell up. They know what happened. If we know what happened, you know they know what happened.
It's a lot.
Go ahead,
if I could, and what you're saying, the irony of it is what Trump is doing is showing how little the Democrats did for what their cause was.
You right.
Like you said earlier, Trump, in essence, he has a private army. He has ICE. He also has the citizens that raided that capital, who he just freed for pardon. And it's almost like it's a reminiscent of what historians say what happened in Germany. Like Hitler had his own private army, and he installed them into certain high positions. And this, what you see going on with what's going on right now with Obama. I mean, what happened with Obama? How much it show you how much presidential power that he had, and furthermore, it shows how I heard one political pundit saying Trump is going beyond beyond the means of a president. Well, of course, because he don't view himself as just a president. That's why he keeps going beyond his means. He's extending his power beyond reach, and what
Exactly.
most presidents would do. Because
He
in his
wanna
mind,
go ahead, Slocky, go ahead. I didn't mean to
no, I ain't gonna
interrupt.
cut you off, so
No,
Salaki,
no,
sir.
go ahead, go ahead. I cut you off. I apologize.
Cut on one con, sir, because he don't view himself as just a president, which is why he releasing them files on JFK, and that's signaling to the American people, or the one that he view as American people, that don't trust the government, trust me.
Yeah.
So like I'll yield.
And if I could, on what you just said about releasing them damn files, let me tell you something. You know, man, it's a mixed bag because can y'all hear me?
Answer.
Yes,
It's a
yes, sir.
mixed bag.
Johnny went out.
Yeah, now your mic went out. I don't know if
Okay,
you
how
can
about
still
now?
hear
How about now? How about now?
Sir.
Okay. Yeah, it's a mixed bag because, of course, us as Israelites have been for decades wanting this lie about Martin Luther King and his image to finally be exposed so black people could stop falling for the Christianity and the love white people talk. But the problem, of course, is this lowlife have let out the MLK files for his own gain, which is to destroy any leadership in the black community because he is obviously out to get rid of black people. You understand? And so of course he is gonna let these files out so that he could expose Martin Luther King as a communist. And by exposing Martin Luther King as a communist, he can now open the door to say later for that. You know what I mean? We can now change course. We ain't got to have because the civil rights movement, those were bills that got passed. And just like their bills that got passed, they could go and get reversed, just like Roe versus Wade. That he can reverse the civil, and there'll be no more civil rights in the United States. It won't be no more rules. They won't have no discrimination laws. It won't be none of that. The landlord be able to tell you whatever the hell rent he want to tell you. They'll be able to hire you or not hire you, and it won't matter if they never hire you. It'll be all of that. It'll be the end of everything that they tried to build back then during the 60s, which the effort was noble, but what they did with it, they played them anyway. Right. They spent 60 years disannulling every single thing that they fought for in the civil rights movement anyway. We should have abandoned that philosophy 20 years ago, 40 years ago. We should have abandoned that philosophy. You understand? They gave us civil rights and then poured drugs all into our neighborhood. So what the hell good was the civil rights? We should have got rid of all of that. They gave us the civil rights and then brainwashed our sisters to kill all our babies. So what the hell good was the civil rights in the first damn place? You understand? These people was going to be our enemy anyway. You know what I mean? Like the only way we ever was going to survive is if we turned into one another. If we turned to ourselves and did the will of the Most High, His grace and His mercy, we would have survived and we would have been 10 times better than we are right now. You know what I'm saying? But instead, we stuck the stick on that. Even Obama and them walking over the bridge, and the one I call Super Tom, that old short one that was in the Senate that died, John Lewis. He was another one. All them cats was a bunch of staunch Uncle Toms. And what's so evil about it is they all know the real story of what went on down there with MLK. But they kept this lie going so that they could have their little prominent seats in Congress and in the Senate, and sat up there and kept the lie going while they watched us basically drown to death in America. They sat right there and watched us drown to death in America and did not a damn thing for us because of fear of looking bad in front of the white people. Like up until now, you had to, if you got a political seat in America, you had to make sure that you didn't show no love to black people. And remember Kamala Harris too. I'm not gonna just pass something just for black people. Remember that sound bite?
Yeah,
He wanted to make sure I'm not just the president for black people. I ain't doing nothing specific for black people. Well, guess what? Trump is doing specific things for white people. Y'all spent 60 years not doing a damn thing but making our men sissies and killing our babies off. If that ain't the definition of genocide, I don't know what is. I yield.
So lock it, General.
Go ahead, Cat.
If I could say one thing, add on what you're saying, amplify what you're saying, because what you're saying is so right. Because Officer Malak sent me an article today where the Air Force cannot talk about the Tuskegee Airmen.
Damn.
They cannot show video on the Tuskegee Airmen.
Ain't that something?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they did salute the flag. They saluted the flag. You know? But now, you know, it's and I'm hoping all our brothers and sisters in the armed forces and so forth are seeing this, what we're talking about, because imagine now you lose your life in the military.
Yep.
Now they wrap your cassock in the American flag, but they say, here lies a DEI.
Yep.
No, thank you for your service.
Yep.
Out of all the blood, sweat, and tears that we've given to this country, now they want it, just like the Bible said, there arose a Pharaoh that didn't know Joseph.
Yep.
Like everything that we did would show that was the worst thing we could have ever done, is to integrate. Even on MLK Day, they had a pastor get up there and shuck and jive, and the nigga got on live the next hour talking about he got a coin. Nigga, please.
Damn.
He got a crypto coin.
Damn.
Said, I want y'all to check out my new crypto coin. If you're gonna sell out this time, make sure you get more than 30 pieces of silver.
Damn right. Give it up, y'all. Give it up. Give it up. Oh, you right.
It's a shame, General, but what you saying, but this is what the ISUPK has prophesied to you, to all your brothers and sisters out there, letting you know that everything they gave. I remember, General, you brought out, you said one of the head priests, I forgot who it was, back in New York, said at a camp, and he told the brothers and sisters out there in New York in Times Square that everything that this man has given you, he's gonna take back. I forgot who it was. I remember you teaching us this. And this now we are at that time now. Now we are at the watershed moment where this is happening. They start to take back everything. Why don't we take our integrity?
Everything, every bill they signed, everything. Salaki, I yield.
So that's all I wanted to say. So
I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize. Salaki.
Yes, sir, no, the water, General. Salaki, I yield.
The water, you. What you said? Give it up one more time. What you said, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. They gonna snatch everything. He don't even want it mentioned. Like, ain't gonna be no mention of no nigga nothing in America now. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna all be Americans, but what we do know is while we all be Americans, that blacks and Latinos gonna be the ones oppressed. And he gonna get us out these cities. That's on the agenda too. On the agenda is to get us out these cities so that when they do brutalize us, nobody sees it. So, you know what I mean? Like, they want America to look like the most wonderful white place all over again, and they want to build the city. Now they're gonna pour some money in the cities. They're gonna gentrify the cities the way they gentrified every black ghetto. They get rid of us, buy up all the real estate, and all of a sudden the place turns into Alice in Wonderland. That's what's getting ready to happen to us in here. Like, we're gonna cry to the Most High now. Not just here, but in every quarter of the earth where our people are at. We're gonna call on the Most High, because this animal gonna show why the Lord said a nation of fierce consonants or shall not have regard of the old or the young. We about to see it right now. Like, this is a conscienceless, selfish, disgusting, greedy, grimy animal that's been ruling the world for 400 years. Ruling the world for 400 years, and now we coming to the end of it. But this is we coming to that growing pain, just like when a baby get birthed. Them pains right before she bring that baby boy bring tears to her eyes. bring pain to her soul. Well, that's what you dealing with now. You dealing with pains that's gonna bring hell to your eyes and hell, you understand, to your soul. But you better walk the hell on through it, because on the other side of this is the kingdom of heaven.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
On the other side of this is us having a history book of knowing to never, ever, ever, ever fall for this stupidity ever again.
Yes, sir.
To always cleave on to the Most High and trust on to the Most High. And it's going to bring utter peace to the planet Earth. Utter peace. But there's
Yes, sir.
going to be some rough times before that. You know what I'm saying? But we've been taught and built for it. So, like I yield. Go ahead,
Did you want to grab another one, so or you wanted to wrap this?
I think we way over the time now, aren't we, Cap? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we in extra innings now. We better let everybody go. Now, Cap, did you talk to the brothers? Did we make a decision on schedule changes?
Not yet, soon. I'll talk to a couple of them.
Okay, let me know. Okay. Either way, let me know. Let me know this week. We'll make a
Yes.
decision on. I think we should do it, in my opinion. But y'all let me know. You probably got to talk to some people first,
Council.
and see what we do, man. Hey, man, the water for inviting me, Akim. I really appreciate it. I wanna, if I could, I want to reiterate what Kahan said, man. Everybody need to come on out to Atlanta to the Passover. It could end up being our last one because, of course, with their racism, they definitely are not going to be very happy with us telling the truth about the so-called Jew and about them and about what they've done to us in 400 years. So who knows if we're going to even be able to make it into the zone that much more often. So I think it's very imperative that everybody make it down to Atlanta and get ready to celebrate the Lord's Passover coming up. Man, I want to encourage everybody to please pay your tithes, man. Support the truth. Without supporting the truth, we get nothing done. We do not get any government funding. We not sellouts. Don't think because we got a 501c3 that means the government tell us what to do. I curse them out every day. How the hell the government gonna be telling us what to do? Because we are 501c3. You just don't understand the laws of the land, and that's why you under that ignorant impression that it means that they have control over what you say, when that is absolutely not true. So support the truth, pay your tithes, go to isupk.com and pay 10% of your income to the Israelite School of UPK and support us in this truth. I want to give a big shout out to all the captains across the country, man, that have been putting it down. Big shout out to all of you captains up in here, man, tonight. Shak Mayan Naata, Kahan Damyad, Cap Maria, Captain and the officers Sawap Yala and Officer Salakia.
Kazak.
My main man, Kazak. Salakia, if I got the order out of order, y'all. But and did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody, right?
No, sir.
Yeah, big shout out to all of them, holding us down, man. This is an exciting time. It could be a little bit of a scary time. But remember what Christ said. Christ said, see that you be not troubled, for all these things must come. So don't be troubled when you see all this going down. Like, just know life is going to change. It's not going to be as convenient as you've been thinking. You've been living a fantasy land, running into restaurants, having a cute old wonderful time, acting like we didn't have to go work for the kingdom. That's why in them churches you got so comfortable in them churches that you brought in all the sodomites and you know molested all the children because, of course, you got comfortable thinking the Lord wasn't coming. And so now, come to find out, we got problems now. And those problems is to get you out of your comfort zone, learn how to eat poor people food, learn how to make pizza, learn how to make tacos, learn how to make that good poor people food, learn how to cook at home, learn how to support those businesses that have supported you. Learn how to get away from these damn heathens. You understand? Learn how to get out this abortion clinics. You know what I'm saying? Learn all these things, man, about it's survival now. It ain't about, your cryptocurrency and your 401k and all that. Okay, if you're making 100,000, 150,000, now your economic status is in danger. Because here's what's going to happen: Elon Musk and the rest of them devils up there, they want to import white people into the country. They need to get you out the way to get white people in here to get these good white jobs. And they're going to be looking to get rid of the Lord's chosen people for it. But they don't understand the Lord's chosen people have lasted 5,000 years on this planet. 5,000 years against every heathen that have tried to bully us off the block. You understand? And now the Lord is going to show up at school and say, this is going to be straightened out. So pray without ceasing. Pray before you leave that house. Pray when you come in. Always look to do something righteous when the opportunity presents itself. Be safe now because of the time that we in. And let us all call on the name of our King, Yahushua, to be delivered in these times, man. Long live the tribe of Issachar, the Mexican people, man. May the Most High have mercy upon their soul. Shalom. Amen.
Barak.
Yabashima Shabrakathum, Waraki. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Chiago did it. Yeah.
Something to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, caught between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, all these bitches, they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses. And they promise nigga this, promise nigga that. Want my ass to work, then bring that paper back. Sharp, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. All these people drop like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, these bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sick of that shit, I know you sick of it too, man. Money supposed to be a tool, but what's your purpose though? It's supposed to benefit a purpose. Shout out Boom Man now.
Push up position.